Well, hello there, everybody. How'd you like that new intro opening we got going there? What'd you think about that? I don't know, something we threw together. Sorry for the late start.
That's that intro is awesome. AI at its finest.
Yeah, seriously though, right? That was like, yeah, a lot of that was AI actually. Yeah, I did do a little. I'll take a little bit of credit on some.
A little bit of credit, all right.
Just a little bit of credit.
Yeah,
oh, Jar, how's it going, bud?
I'm
sorry,
tired.
I didn't realize you were just about to take a drink.
No, it's okay. I'm usually running around, and here we are right now, getting ready to start off Matrix Money Tuesday. So I'm pumped up to see what's going on.
We got
How are you doing?
I'll tell you what, busy, tired. I honestly,
I think that's right
I tried to take a nap before we started this, and I was worried, man. I figured, if I fall asleep now, Jar's on his own. That was gonna be the end.
Never a good thing. Yeah, yeah. Get a half siesta in there and work it through.
Oh man, well we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Obviously, we're going to be talking about a little bit of war news. I use my quotes because technically it's not really a war. We did not declare war on anybody yet, but anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about war. The proxy war or whatever. Anyway, we'll talk a little bit about that, and we're going to try and take a look at it. Jar and I were talking about it, and we didn't want to just kind of jump into having a discussion about the war itself. That's not what we're here for. But we thought that area is like such a hotbed. That's not the word I want. Like a hub for crypto. I mean,
it is. Yeah. United Arab Emirates has recently just hosted some major events in crypto, in the last couple of months. So a lot of people are flocking there, mostly because of their loosely regulated crypto state and the ability to operate with very little taxes involved. So it's kind of like a hub for that. So even if you don't want to talk about the war or pending war, it's still going to impact us, right? In one way or another. It's definitely impacting the market.
Well, and that's the thing, and it is impacting the market. We're going to take a look at the fear and greed index, see where we are. Hey, listen, the fear and greed index has been down in the shitter for the longest time, right? But we'll take a look at the live one so we can get the latest numbers. Maybe we'll even take a look, see where Bitcoin is, because I mean it had kind of recovered up to around 70K, I think, and then maybe has fallen back a little bit now. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been so busy all day, I haven't even had a chance to even look at the price action. So
I can actually just pull it up right now so we can take a look at the fear and greed and see what's going on with that.
Yeah, and then we'll jump in. So, like I said, we're going to try and keep it a little bit crypto centric with what's going on, because don't forget, you also got Dubai, which is like a major hub there. You've got Iran itself, which was like a mining hub for Bitcoin there for the longest time. I know they've kind of pulled it back a little bit because of energy issues, that kind of thing recently. But and not to mention, we should probably just throw it out there. I saw something on X maybe a couple hours ago with some of the concerns regarding like the exchanges over in that area. I didn't even think about that.
Ooh, yes. Yeah. And hosting facilities, like you heard about AWS getting hit, right? So
right.
Not a good thing. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, because hey, when the missiles fly, that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness, where it hurts. So it's strategic for sure.
Yep. Well, what do we got there, Jar? I don't know. My eyes ain't what they used to be.
Okay,
what the heck does that thing say?
We're at 14. We're in extreme feared right now. If you look at the last few days historical values, Now we're in extreme fear. Yesterday we're in extreme fear. Last week we're in extreme fear, and last month we were in extreme fear. So not a whole lot has changed.
Facts.
Yeah,
Hey,
it reached an all-time low. Well, was it 20-month low? I think we've reached a 20-month low. I gotta check that stat again for the last time that we reached 14 on the level.
Well, but here's the thing. I
Mhm.
mean, what, 2 weeks ago, or I don't even think it was 2 weeks ago. It was like 5. So it,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
this is like a huge rebound by comparison.
Yeah, we have last week, at least on this chart, it's saying 8 right over here. So
Okay,
if it
all
dipped
right.
as low as 5, I mean, we almost
Yeah, at
doubled
one
up.
point it was. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that because Army Piper was talking about it, and I'm like, well, damn. You know what I mean? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
What's do you have the Bitcoin price readily available? And then we can go say
Let
hi
me
to
pull
the
it up.
chat real quick. Seeing we queued everything up here and then just kind of jumped right on in. Didn't even say hi to everybody. Appreciate everybody jumping on in here. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. You know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Yeah, definitely subscribe if you're new. I'm like three subscribers away from 2,100. So
What? You're
yeah.
almost at 2,100?
Yeah. Well, listen, please, Mr. I got 35,000 or however many you got these days.
Not that great. It's not that great. We're building though.
Man.
Slowly building. This doesn't want to cooperate. Is it going to cooperate right now? There we go. Okay, so here's Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we are at 68,724.
Right. Better than I
That's the
expected.
7-day. That's a 7-day. Let me just look up the 24-hour. Not a lot. 68. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, it's a roller coaster ride, right?
Yeah, which is typical for Bitcoin, I guess. But you know, I just it's holding better than I would have expected. That's all I'm saying.
Is it? Okay. All right. Well, at least you're remaining positive.
That's just my opinion. Don't be doing anything again. Wait, where is it? Right here. You know, not financial advice. Old guy, interwebs. Don't do what I do. You don't. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Lots of dips down into the 63K. I think it touched 62.5 at some point. I just can't find it. I'm hearing a lot of people call the 50s. So I don't think we're out of the water, and they've been doing that for a good year now. So
yep,
a pullback still further could happen. We don't know where we are in the current state right now, but yeah, 68K is where we're at right now.
Yeah, nobody knows. But it's interesting to watch, I guess. But there we go. All right, Jar, what do you say? So we at least go say hey to everybody.
We should say hi to people. Yes.
Yeah, probably. We're being rude. We're being rude. Amplifier BTC, welcome. Appreciate you being here.
Welcome.
Damn it, Dave.
Damn it, Dave. How you doing, bud?
What's that say?
Crispy.
There you go.
Crispy 8925. Welcome, sir. I've seen him on my channel a few times. Yeah.
And
automatic beats, my soul
can't
brother.
Have a stream without automatic beats.
Let's go. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. RD Tyndall, welcome. What's that? I like I told people we would have thought a 7x bankrupt
idiot.
Well, there you go. There you go. 7-time
he's running the country.
Yeah. Well, Slothman in the house. Appreciate you being here. Yes. Auditing Mabton. Hopefully I got that right. Doge to the moon. Well, listen, I'll tell you what, Doge has been kind of holding a bit impressively for a meme coin, quite frankly. But I don't know about to the moon. We shall see, I suppose. I don't think anything's going to the moon.
We're at 9 cents. It's still holding. You're right. I think this is still profitable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There you go. Look at that. Booyah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's on any uptrend or anything like that, but
no, but it's still holding its ground.
Yep.
Number 10 position. Yeah. $15 billion market cap. Can't complain about that.
There it is. Whoops, wrong button. Corey, welcome. Appreciate you being here. What's I say? Sour Power Hour. I like that name. So you're both powers of nerd money.
Nerd money. Nerd money. It's winning money.
Yeah, right. Right. Hey, Shuby is here. Shuby Buckets in the chat. If you're on one of my channels, appreciate that. And I think we've caught up with the chat there, Jar. I think
yes,
we kind of got
off.
it. Yeah. So
yep.
What do you think, Jar? I mean, just to before we kind of get into some of the news articles we have and talking about all of this, we've kind of already highlighted early on that, okay, we got some definite hub style crypto activity going on in this region. I mean, what do you think we're looking at going forward, especially if this kind of doesn't end quickly?
Yeah. A death spiral is the first thing that comes to my mind. I thought we were going to go into a bull market at the summer of last year, and that never happened. So the crypto market had collapsed on its own without any worldly well, okay, there was obviously some issues with Ukraine and everything else, but it wasn't blown out of proportion. We're on the verge of World War III again, and now it looks like this could be a long fought war, possibly. I mean, it really depends on the players that are in here, but it's not looking good long term. At least the next 6 months definitely seem rough, regardless of what happens. Even if it were to end right now, the recovery is usually 6 months to a year out. So I was trying to be optimistic, but it's not looking that way right now. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that okay, I'm hoping this is not a protracted thing at all. That's not what the U.S. needs right now. Again, realize too, guys, that are watching this. I know our regular viewers know you're kind of looking at it a little bit from two different perspectives here. You got Mr. USA over here, and you got that side up in the Great White North there of Canada. On this side, yeah, Canada. And if JR was in the chat, he'd be joining you in there. But I'm looking at it from that U.S. perspective. I mean, we're coming into a midterm election year. We don't want this. It will just, not that Trump has some kind of major traction going on here in this country, dealing with the domestic issues that are going on here, but like this, a protracted war in this region will definitely, it will tank midterms.
Yeah,
helping him.
Just with that situation alone, you want him to wrap it up as immediately as possible. You don't want this lingering in any shape, way, or form. I just don't know how realistic that is, right? Especially with the country that you're picking on right now, who is,
And I think that let's hope no boots on the ground either. Limited casualties, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, trying to look at it from like the crypto perspective, I don't know that it's gonna, unless like Dubai itself just gets decimated in this whole thing that's going on, because again, major hub, crypto related hub there. I'm thinking that we'll see swings, obviously, but I don't think it's going to be, it won't be the thing that yanks us down, in my opinion, as far as price action is concerned.
Okay.
My opinion.
All right. That's fair enough. Yep.
But, thank you. Much appreciated. That puts me closer now. Now I'm only 2 away. Appreciate that. 2 away from 2100. Oh, man. And Tactical Mayo, appreciate you being here. 2.5 years until, and good night.
Sayonara and good night. Oh, I'm
sayonara. I'm guessing
that sounds scary though. But
yeah, right. Seriously though, and Daranja, appreciate that. Do you take callers? I have a crypto question. Put your crypto question into the chat. We do not bring people on the stream except for like guests for a specific topic. So, but I appreciate you asking that. But by all means, put your question in the chat. We will try to get to it as we go through a lot of this other stuff. Let's see. Oh, there he is. The real K Diggity in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. So All right. So I think we've kind of laid, I'm hoping, a decent groundwork out for you guys as we talk about that and talk about Dubai maintaining stability in that region, and the UAE on a broader scale, being able to do that. But maybe we should move into, we looked at the fear and greed, so maybe we should move into our first topic of conversation, Jar. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about bullish people in the crypto space, because why not? There's got to be at least somebody buying right
There you
now.
go.
And it looks like it's Michael Saylor for MicroStrategy. He put in $90 million worth of crypto, or he bought $90 million worth of Bitcoin recently. I don't know what his average price was, but 1,142 BTC was purchased by MicroStrategy to add to their stack. That's a pretty bullish move, buying in the dip at a large scale.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, let's be honest. MicroStrategy has been truly, like, consistent. Although, in fairness, his consistency is very often buying the top. But so he got himself a deal, all things being equal, right now. That should have brought down his average price there a little bit.
Yeah.
But given the fact that, when this whole thing kicked off, Bitcoin did a dip of about 7-8%. I mean, which I guess in the big scheme of Bitcoin is probably a normal day. You know what I'm saying? Still, that's definite conviction. I think, with regard to Bitcoin.
And we have to go on word, right? Because there's no way of validating really how much crypto they're buying. At least I haven't found a proper way to validate that. And what is he saying over here? Tom Lee, Slothman, saying Tom Lee as well. So that would be Ethereum that Tom Lee's picking up. And I'm sure he's saying the same thing, buying in the dip and stacking and stacking. Was it a Bitwise is what he's purchasing it under? Is it Bitwise? I think it is, right?
I honestly am not sure.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure. And the Ranger, I highlighted some of your questions. We'll probably get to those a little bit later on as we kind of move through, just so you know, I'm not ignoring you.
Yep. And the next one up. Oh, any more thoughts on Michael Saylor picking up?
Well, I mean, no, because again, this is something we see all the time. Again, I guess pat on Michael Saylor's back if you're going to do that, because lately the way he's been buying Bitcoin, I'm not really a fan, leveraging the way he is. But that being said, the fact that he's continuing to do so, even with the world being on fire at this point for all intent and purposes, he obviously is like got total conviction with regard to Bitcoin being that kind of reserve hedge asset.
Yeah, buying when everyone else is fearful.
Yep.
Well, speaking of different assets that you can pick up right now, we have Aster. The Aster DEX right now is listing crude oil as a perpetual on their decentralized exchange with up to 3x leverage. So we know oil is going to be moving up and down quite erratically. This would be another way to play the market, I guess, in the current state right now, in a decentralized manner. So I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't do perpetuals because I get liquidated every single time I
like
touch it.
That. Yeah, I understand.
Immediately. So it's playing with fire for me. But for anyone interested, that is a very current event that you could possibly profit from.
Well, and you just hit the nail on the head. I mean, because you've got Iran threatening any ship that goes through the Strait of Hormuz, basically saying we will burn it. Okay, great, dude. But like, I forgot what the actual stat is, but it's like a huge percentage of oil.
20% is the number I heard. 20% of the world's
supply. Is it okay? That's a huge percentage of the world's oil supply going through that one area. Excuse me. And we've already seen an effect on the price of oil. It's up to, I think, I checked early this morning, I think it was up over $77 a barrel, which again, still a decent price for oil, all things being equal. But I mean, a month ago we were talking, it was like $60 a barrel. So like, we're seeing that uptick with the way things are moving over there. And the fact that now I don't know, do you know, Jar, did like Aster put this on here before all this started, or was this like let's do this?
This post is from March 1st, so it seems like it was timed. In my perspective, again, I have no background information on this, but it definitely seems like it was timed with current situations. And crude oil is obviously a hot topic right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a commodity that I think is, if you're into trading those kind of things, that's worthy of trading. But again, like I said, you've got, beside the normal volatility of the asset itself, you got to basically multiply into that the potential for complete supply shock if something happens, that restricts the ability to be able to move that.
Yeah, if you just think of like a drone attack on a refinery, any one of them, there's hundreds of them over there. That's just the complete bottleneck to the chain, and everything skyrockets from there.
See, I didn't even consider that. I was thinking strictly about the Strait of Hormuz, but you're right. You've got all of the refineries and facilities over there. And Jesse, I see you. Welcome, bud.
Hey, Jesse.
But I don't know. I guess if you're one of these people that likes perps, not us. You've got an option. You've got an option. Oh
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, well, yeah.
No, I was gonna say, but that was your cue. Yeah.
Something else that I would touch if I could would be a credit card, a crypto credit card. And MetaMask has now launched theirs into the US, which is awesome. I don't know when it's going to come to Canada, but congratulations. If you're looking to get a MetaMask credit card, you now have access to this. These are going to be prepaid credit cards where you're going to fund it with crypto and then spend it conveniently on the MasterCard network.
Yeah, wherever. Yep.
Do you have any crypto credit cards?
Not that I use to spend my crypto directly. I have a crypto rewards credit card with Gemini, so I get between 1% and 3% back on all my purchases, and I get BTC back.
You get BTC back. That's what I was going to ask.
Because
I was using previously at the beginning of the year, I was pumped up. I started using the Cast prepaid Visa card, and everything was going smoothly. It was up to 4% cash back. Getting cash rewards. It ended up working to about 2.5% if you did the math. They pulled out of Canada, just like everybody else, because of regulation. So I got to use it for a month. They shut down their services abruptly. And then I've been scrambling, trying to find something else. I had to go with one of the bigger players, and that's crypto.com, who is operated and validated here in Canada. So that's what I'm using right now. So you're getting cash back in the form of, I believe it's Crow rewards. I just started using it. I don't think it's anything amazing yet, but we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, there you go. Sloth Man saying he signed up for Cast but hasn't funded it or used it yet. Is it good? Well, Jark, be the guy to tell you.
Yeah. So from my experience so far, I haven't had any issues. So I paid hosting charges with it. I did a few purchases on Amazon, and overall it was pretty smooth and no declines. Everything seemed to be pretty straightforward. The point system is something that I'm not 100% sure I'm happy with. You're getting points. You're not getting cash back or a crypto back. These points are going to be converted into an asset that's I can't think of it right now. Give me a second. I'll be able to tell you. But it gets converted into a crypto asset at the end of the month, and that asset isn't doing very well. So
of course,
it was originally about 2% cash back, but now maybe it's like 0.5% cash back. So maybe I'm leaving it at the right time.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, it's sad though that, depending upon the country that you live in, you could be severely restricted in your options for what you can utilize. Now, right now, it happens that we're talking about crypto related debit cards or whatever. But, it goes beyond that. I mean, when we had JR on here, we were talking about like some of the problems and issues with getting exchanges in Canada and accessing some of those. So and hell, US not much better in some circumstances with regard to those. But so yeah, I completely get it. And JSTY, welcome. Says, I heard good things about Soul Flare card. And honestly, I've heard most,
right.
Are you familiar with that one? I honestly am not even.
So Soul Flare had announced their card. J Styles, if you received it, let me know. I got an email saying that they're in production and they're going to be mailed out soon. So I don't think it actually has been delivered yet. Some people might have already had access to it because I believe there is an early release. And yeah, you can spend your Solana using the Soul Flare card. When I get one, I'll be talking about it. Definitely make a video around it.
Nice. I'm obviously an old man because I'm sitting here reading the letters and you're like, yeah, J Styles. I'm like, yeah. Okay. All right. And then we have Tangem 2. That's true. Tangem just did come out with that as a potential option. I don't have it yet. Not sure.
Wait, Tangem has a prepaid credit card? Wow.
They just dropped it. I'm not even sure if you can get it yet. I mean, well, you probably could. Why else would they promote it, I guess? But yeah. Yes, just came out. Exactly. And yeah. So I don't know. There's another option because if you like Tangem, well, winner chicken dinner right there. That's how it goes.
Are you still a fan of Tangem?
I am. I still like Tangem, still use Tangem. Got no issues with Tangem at this point. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say no issues. I have limited issues with Tangem. Mostly the issues I have are related to things like you got a static BTC address, stuff like that. I'm not a fan of that. But again, I know that's on their roadmap to kind of change that up. So I'm not bailing for things like that because overall, I do like Tangem. Yes, Tangem Pay. Yep.
Tangem Pay. Okay. Yeah, I think I do remember this, but yeah, completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn it, Dave says it's not in Oregon yet. And see, that makes a lot of sense because depending on the state you're operating in, you are restricted from various exchanges and other kinds of services. Like New York, forget it, man. You might as well just like walk across the border into New Jersey or something. And you probably barely better off. But anyway, because you can't access so much stuff in like New York, for example. But like, I'm surprised about Oregon. I would not have expected that one to be restrictive at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying the only issue I have with Tangem are the options to swap are way higher so that I transfer out. But again, that's pretty standard in any wallet you use. Like even if like Exodus, because a lot of times if I'm doing stuff online, I use Exodus as my hot wallet. And if I got to make a swap in there, holy cannoli, it is so expensive.
It is
so high. So it doesn't surprise me that Tangem's right in there with regard to those kind of fees.
Yeah, like for me, when it comes to swapping with my wallet, I'm going to use like a Mexi exchange or something just to get in and out of something real quickly.
Yeah.
This page. Okay. Sorry, I got some things crashing on my side, but
are you good to bring up whatever's next?
Yep. You just might see me freeze a little bit. So the next one that we have is Steak and Shake.
Ooh, baby.
Up here. Yeah. So I've never been to Steak and Shake. Is this like a chain restaurant in the US? At least
that's funny. It is. I was gonna ask if there were any Steak and Shakes in Canada, but I guess if you haven't been to any, there probably isn't any.
Not to say it doesn't exist. I don't get out much, but
there you go.
I haven't seen one here.
Links to everything we're talking about.
Shake Shack now. Sorry?
No, I was just letting everybody know links to everything we're showing are in the description. But this article right here that he has up is actually a month old, give or take. But the reason that I wanted to make sure we included it is because this is where they first announced the bonuses that they were going to give to their full-time employees in Bitcoin. And that literally just started a couple of days ago. So that's why I thought this was good.
Yeah. So the bonus is going to be 21 cents an hour on top of their current pay. It'll be paid in BTC. The one thing that I found that was interesting is that there's a vesting period of 2 years. So a little bit of a catch on that. So maybe there's a little bit of retention that they're also trying to get at the same time with this bonus.
Well, hell yeah. I don't blame them either, to be honest with you. And think about that if you're running it into, and I'm sorry, you're not a fan there, Shub, but I've honestly never been. I've never been. But anyway, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, you're basically taking out of, I guess, company accounts to get this BTC. I'm trying to find the right wording there. But anyway, that being said, it's like, you know, so why would they not try to retain their staff in order to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I do know that I've heard about Steak and Shake is that they also allow customers to pay for their meals using Bitcoin as well.
Yes.
So they have their own payment infrastructure that they use across their chains. As long as you're a chain of Steak and Shake, you should be able to purchase your meals using Bitcoin, which is nice. That's a nice option to have. You don't see that very often.
Well, and did you see some of their more recent announcements are like their profit margin has increased? I forgot what the exact figure was, but has definitely gone up since they've started accepting Bitcoin. So it's been like a very positive move for Steak and Shake with regard to
that's great
business. Yeah,
definitely great.
Yep. So. But again, it plays to the fact that you still got people, companies, individuals who are bullish on crypto. In this case, most of what we've talked about so far has been Bitcoin, with the exception of like the DEX, and they have and continue to go and put their money where their mouth is. Is that the best way to put that, I guess? And there you go. I like seeing it, you know, and that's the piece. That's the piece, Jar, that I think is going to help to create the hedge narrative as we look through these harrowing times. My opinion, again.
Well, also the vesting period is 2 years. They're doing it right now during a low period for Bitcoin. This is a really nice way to dollar cost average into BTC, whether you like it or not. You're going to be holding it for at least a 2-year period of time. And I'm hoping there'll be some growth. So that 21 cents could actually be 63 cents, or it could just, you know, triple in value or double in value or whatever you want. Over that period of
think
time.
about it. If you work 40 hours a week at Steak and Shake, that's about what, $10 a week current price. Well, it would always be $10 a week, right? Because they're doing the USD. So no matter what Bitcoin does, it's 21 cents, right?
Yeah.
But like, take that out over 2 years alone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then
I don't have a crystal ball, but it seems like a decent play, at least.
Yeah. Right? Again, if you're already working there, you're not planning on going anywhere, and you even remotely looking for something that isn't going to get melted away as we keep printing more money, then winner. And beef tallow fries. You know, that's what everybody seems to rave about, to be honest with you.
Those are delicious. Yeah.
What's to say? I might be a fan, just not a fan of Smash Burger. Okay, well, there you go. And a lot of them are like that, like Five Guys, same thing. It's all, you know what I mean? It's Yeah. I don't get the rage about Five Guys either, but I'm probably about to take some heat for that right now because they're pretty popular. But yeah, I don't know. They didn't wow me, Five Guys, at all. Anyway, oh, they have good shakes too. There you go. There you go.
Steak and shake. Right.
Yeah.
I guess their steaks
Yeah.
have to be pretty good.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess that makes sense. Duh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't mind the senile guy over here. And what's that say? Five Guys is the best. See, I said I was gonna get it. Here we go. If you know, you know. All right. And these guys, yeah, Five Guys are pricey. They absolutely
are. They are. We have Five Guys up here in Canada. They're the 3 chains that I've been to were horrible. I have had it in Miami, which was excellent, so I can only compare it to that. But yeah,
there you go.
Well, don't do it.
There you go. Hey, all set. Welcome. Appreciate you being here, man. Okay, so we got off on a little bit of a tangent there with Bitcoin burgers.
We're talking about food, so I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, hey, it's food, man. It's food. I got to eat dinner yet, so
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Oh man, and Tom Shrine is saying pay for. Well, there you go.
Wow. Okay, so we have someone that actually done. Yeah, that's great. Paid for bit. Yeah. Wow.
There it is.
Great.
So again, I'm just impressed that people are still, I don't know. I think it just helps to build the narrative. Anything else you want to add to that, Jar, with regard to potentially having it build the narrative in this, time?
Especially if they're doing it right now, it's positive. I think if other companies followed suit, that would be an incentive to just go work for a company like that.
Seriously though, right?
Like, especially in this job market, it's either super competitive in the niche that you're in, or you've been obliterated. Your job has been obliterated with AI just taking over certain tasks. I'm seeing it all over in the telecom industry over here in Canada, and just like the 3 major telcos just using AI as part of their infrastructure, and the job cuts are substantial. They just keep increasing that over and over again. So yeah, if you're in one of those niches that it's designed to retain employment, I'm thinking this is a good path to follow.
Wow, that's interesting. We talk a lot about AI on this my channel. I say this channel. We're on Matrix Money right now, but on my channel, and I don't. I don't feel like it's at that point yet. But you're telling me, like in Canada, that they're doing some major replacements of humans with AI at this point.
Certain tasks, certain jobs. Yeah. So they first started up with the outsourcing to like Manila and everything else.
Sure.
And now they're taking out those operations, at least then on the financial side, the management of the financial systems and payment processing and everything else. Quite a huge chunk of those have been dropped off. And they've automated quite a few processes that were done by individuals before. Yeah.
Wow. And it's funny because you say telcos and I pulled up last time we were talking about AI on my channel. I pulled up a clip that was put out on X of an AI robot that was actually fixing power lines. I was just like no human involvement. It was just doing its thing, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I was talking more of the application side, but not robots. I'm a little bit worried when those start to come into play. I can understand in manufacturing how that plays out, but with power lines like you're suggesting, I'm not really sure if I'm confident.
Well, exactly. Why? That was like the furthest thing from my mind when I saw that. I was just like, really? Are you kidding me right now? Holy cannoli. It's crazy. That's crazy. Man. And K Diggity saying he's got to take off. Sorry about that. I was trying to bring, I think we were both trying to bring that up at the same time there. I get some sushi with my brother and his wife for his birthday. There you go. Happy birthday to your brother.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, enjoy the sushi. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for swinging by, smashing that like button. Much appreciated. Well, shall we keep it going?
Are you a Democrat?
We got a few more things. What was that?
I had a quick question. I was going to ask if you're a Democrat or a liberal, because we just had a comment over here.
I am neither. Well, okay, so then people think, okay, well then you must be a Republican.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not that either.
yeah, I'm very much libertarian minded, but listen, I'm not locking myself. This my again back to my opinion, right? I'm
Yeah,
not locking myself into a team. It's
yeah,
not about that. It's what's
no,
best for the the situation at the time, the country at the time, that kind of thing.
yeah.
My
I
opinion.
think we're like-minded when that comes to that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in the middle when it comes to a lot of things. I'm not leaning one way or another,
Yep.
because I think there's psychopaths on both sides, no matter
Well,
which way you're
amen.
looking. So,
Amen.
yeah.
And the differences aren't necessarily so vast. It's
No, they're not
how
cut and dry either. A lot of these,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And Chuck Danger, welcome by the way. Appreciate you being here. Hey, Crypto Squid in the house. Nice. Welcome. Um
Welcome.
so yeah, that's probably where we should probably end ourselves with politics at this point before we really go
I just
down a
dropped
rabbit
it in
hole.
there. I saw it
Yeah,
come up, thought I'd share it. We got
that's all
Morgan
right.
Stanley over here. Now, this is one that you might have a little bit more information on than I.
I honestly really don't beyond pretty much what's here, with the exception of the fact that this is not an isolated thing with regard to Morgan Stanley. There are definitely others who are trying to get into this. I forgot the actual name of it. It's like de novo banking charter or something.
Yeah,
It's in that article. There are various banking charters here in the United States, and all regulated through the OCC, which the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Basically, they're the ones that control the dollar and how it's used, who can use it, who can do what with it on official rails. And this kind of is a niche in my craw, and I guess I'll put it like that, because you want to know what?
yeah,
Morgan Stanley and the entire banking association are sitting here holding up and otherwise just gaggling the Clarity Act in Congress right now.
yeah,
And it's like, now listen, as written, okay, as it started, the Clarity Act would have not been too bad because it had a lot of different protections for developers, self-custody, all this other stuff, right? And they've stripped so much of that out. And people like Morgan Stanley are basically like, hey, bad bill better than no bill. No, 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 no. There's nothing in that current bill. And again, not that I was looking to get down this road about the Clarity Act or whatever, but
mhm,
like there is nothing of any use to anyone that isn't part of the TradFi system currently. Nothing, not even for developers anymore. So, and the way things are written, I was actually thinking about doing an entire live stream just about that. I don't know. Maybe we'll pull something together and break it all down. Have the AI help to break down the actual bill as it sits on the Senate subcommittee. But yeah, this to me is part of the problem.
okay,
They're
all right,
basically Morgan Stanley is just part of the problem here, in my opinion. I know it sounds
yep.
bullish for crypto, et cetera, et cetera. And again, you and I have talked about it, right? Um, man,
Well, okay, so on the flip side, this is a big player that's going to come in and legitimize crypto overall, for its investors and everybody else that's using their platforms. So that's a positive thing. But yeah, they're using their power to stranglehold the entire crypto community as a whole and push through the narrative that they choose to seem fit, right? So there's a lot of things that are getting stripped down, like you
exactly.
had mentioned, right?
Exactly. And not just, see, that's the thing. It's in my opinion, age, there's a specific age demographic that's going to be using Morgan Stanley.
Yeah.
So like the guy with the gray in his beard is in that demographic
I
right
got
there,
some
right?
gray. It's starting to come out. Yeah.
Oh, please. You're a pup.
It's in there. Don't worry.
Oh man. And also um for like entities that would otherwise or that otherwise need to operate on traditional rails. Those are the only people that are going to get any benefit out of having a Morgan Stanley or a JP Morgan Chase or whomever doing this kind of thing. Because last week it was a similar article from JP Morgan Chase. I can't stand JP Morgan Chase. You know, it's like, please, let's not get me going right now, because I will end up demonetizing every channel.
Let's get you going.
Like, seriously. But I don't know. That's my opinion with regard to this. I mean, okay, listen, it gets crypto and the idea of crypto, the understanding of crypto, Bitcoin, those kind of things out to the mainstream, right? We definitely need more of that happening. But what is happening with this is not what we need to be happening with this. My opinion.
Yep, fair enough. One other thing that I should mention is that when this service launches, they're going to have their own proprietary digital wallet that's going to be working with the features that they're offering. So I'd like to actually see how this gets rolled out and what comes to play with it.
Well, all of the players that are being involved with this, because the conference I went to in Boston, the Blockchain Week conference that I went to in Boston, they had people there from, oh my God, I don't even want to say the name because I think I'm going to mess it up, which bank it was, but it was a major bank. And they were talking about how they're working through this whole development process to bring, you know, blockchain rails in and all this other kind of thing. And they're all working in that same direction. It's all going to be proprietary stuff that is going to be, you know, for custody service versus self-custody. So FYI, peeps, if you can do it on your own, do it on your own.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a lot of resources on your channel to help people do it on their own. So getting it up and running might seem difficult at first, and it may not seem like you're doing things in English, but the steps are simple after you've done it through a couple of times
that way. And listen, you know what? Ask questions. You come on streams like this, we'll do our best to answer them as best as we can during the stream. Sometimes that's not always like to get deep dives into certain aspects of things, but we might be able to point you to certain resources or whatever that will be able to help you. And just find your peeps, man. Go out there and find your peeps. There's links in, I don't care what channel you're viewing on right now. There's links in the description to the people that we both recommend. Not to mention our own links, but follow whoever works for you, whoever you like jive with. You know what I'm saying? Jar, add to that, man, because
definitely. A lot of great suggestions down in the description of communities that we've joined, but you will find your own community. There's literally millions of people that are interacting on this constantly and trying to find their own path. And maybe someone will just explain it in the way that sounds better for you. I did this as a dyslexic individual because I needed to document my steps constantly. And I started making guides. They weren't visual. Sorry, I wasn't in a lot of those videos when I first started, but they were documenting each and every single step. It was personal for me because I would just watch my own videos, so I'd remember what I did. And ends up a lot of people like those guides, and then I changed the formatting a bit. But I found my own community just by doing that. So that's another way of just getting out there and producing your own content and asking those questions out there, because the community typically will come around and respond.
I was going to say the community will find you in those cases. And Jesse has it right here. Hashtag FYP. Find your people, man. And I know that Jar just mentioned Billy Goat Tales. What's that?
Yeah.
And
no, Givers Gain. That's all.
Yeah. Hashtag Givers Gain. Yeah, definitely. If you're looking at Billy Goat Tales team, those guys diversified, made their money and then some. They don't need to do what they're doing here, but they're trying to impart the wisdom that they can here. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Okay, I think we still got one more thing to go through, right, Jar?
Yeah, we do have one. It's a Tether article. I'm just going to pull it up over here. And okay, this is about freezing assets. Maybe you give the rundown on this one.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you've got a major player here who now, again, I was going back and forth with regard to even putting this in here because technically this relates back to something that the Department of Justice here in the United States has been working on and trying to gather evidence about for about 2 years now, maybe even going on 3 years now. And the reason that this is back in the news is because basically they're just freezing more assets. And you know, these stable coins are not okay, not all stable coins that are here, but stuff like Tether, because Tether is basically trying to kiss the government's butt in order to not have them be doing all kinds of nasty stuff. And Jesse, I see you dropping that link or dropping that information. Did you put the link? Oh, he did. All right, excellent. We'll bring that up at the end.
Yeah,
make sure everybody gets it. Thank you very much. You know, so you got Circle, who is basically the U.S. government's choice. You got Tether trying to please the U.S. government. And they're not, none of these companies that run these, because these CBDCs, because to me, that's what they're like right now. It literally, these stable coins have become synonymous to me with CBDCs. So unless you're using a decentralized stable coin, stuff like this is going to happen where they're going to freeze these assets. And that's basically what's going on. This is part of an ongoing investigation that's been going on for, like I said, I think it's going on 3 years now with the Department of Justice. That leads back to that, what was it, pig butchering thing that you may or may not heard about, especially if you're on X. So you want to, if you are going to have stuff in stable coins, consider who can freeze your stable coins. Now, that's even if you take them into self-custody, realize they control the network. You want to have a decentralized one like DAI, for example, which is a decentralized stable coin. That or at least as far as I'm aware, is not something that can be frozen. But these things like Tether, Circle,
so DAI is a solution. Is there any others? I can't think of any others right now that are decentralized.
Not anymore. The other ones are pretty much gone now. Help me. What was the one that crashed the market?
The Terra Luna.
Yes, thank you. TUSD or whatever it was.
Right.
Those are gone now. It's the only thing that still remains, as far as I'm aware, is DAI. But guys in the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay in the comments, feel free. Tell me I'm wrong. I will apologize in advance. Bottom line is self-custody, definitely the way to go. And if you're going to use stable coins, take a decentralized stable coin.
Yeah. And basically this article is just talking about undermining the censorship resistance promise of cryptocurrency.
Exactly.
It's just basically done, right? When you see articles like this, and it's not small amounts. This is billions and billions of dollars, $4.2 billion that's frozen since 2021. And the reasons for them, 180 billion. The reasons to freeze the assets, like that's going to be up to the government's discretion, depending on the government that they're speaking with, right? So and in Canada, we've had issues like this. So I'm just speaking from what we've seen in my country when it comes to what's being dictated by the government and who should be able to spend and who shouldn't. That's already been seen over here.
And it is the complete opposite of the original ethos of this space. Complete opposite. Opposite. And to some degree, shame on us. And when I say us, I'm talking about the collective crypto us for inviting some of this in. Because let's be honest, everybody's about pump my bags, well, you're expecting, or people are expecting that's going to happen because why? The government's going to start creating a Bitcoin reserve or this or that or whatever the case may be. But Jar's right. You're basically letting the devil in the front door. And it hasn't played well. It hasn't played, especially in Canada. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so enough about that.
Yeah,
That's
so,
kind of
that was a depressing note. We probably should. Oh,
whoops.
crap!
We've been
Sorry
doing
about
that a
that.
lot lately, talking
Yes.
about depressing things before we leave.
Yeah, we got to stop that dang crap. All right. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate everybody who's been like chatting along in the live chat. Awesome. Appreciate you very much. Let's see. There was a couple of things that I had started up.
Yep.
Let's see. What stops the federal government from crashing crypto prices if it gains enough mainstream popularity? Interesting question, and probably the detailed answer would be for too long for continuing on here. But what stops it? I mean, right now, not a lot. We're too small, as a market cap. And right now, because we're that small, let's be honest, the government is trying to put Bitcoin in a cage. The government is trying to put this entire space in a cage so they can control it. Yeah, okay, they're trying to take these the technology and these assets in order to be able to find a place to hide their inflation, hence stable coins. But like, man, I guess at the end of the day right now,
not a whole lot. Yeah, not a whole lot.
I mean, Jar, do you see something I'm missing?
No, I don't. And like you're saying, the market is too small, so it can be manipulated in many different ways. And it's concentrated. That's the other thing. So there's a lot of wealth in just very specific areas of the world where crypto is residing right now. So we need that to be spread out a lot more so this issue doesn't actually come up. But right now, it's totally can be manipulated and has been. We're watching it live regularly. Yeah.
And has been. Absolutely. Yeah. Trump coin. But anyway. But you know what? That's funny that you worded it that way, Jar, because that's kind of how we started off the stream, right? Talking about Iran and their Bitcoin mining program, such as it was, and then Dubai being that hub, and again, all in the crosshairs of what's going on over in the Middle East. So yeah. Unfortunately, Deranger, I'm hoping you're still here. Yeah, nothing at this point in time is the sad answer to that question. Do we know how much percentage of current crypto is held by world banks? That's another great question. I don't know. I would assume that they have some, but that's not what they're stocking. I mean, they're stacking up on gold. That's what they're stacking up on. They're buying gold and hoarding gold at an astronomical rate.
Is that right?
Yes. Okay. Oh God, yeah. I mean, like that is what they're focusing on because again, traditionally, what's sound money? Gold, silver,
hard assets.
Right? Yeah. So I don't know. Jar, anything do you know? I don't have a percentage.
So no, I think that it should be on public ledger what they're holding and something that we can all value watch. Like even MicroStrategy, how do we track that? I don't think we can physically track. It's been broken up into so many segments, right? The way he purchases it. So there is no real way to see where those transactions are going and who's actually holding what. I don't think the banks would do a similar method. So yeah, unless they disclose it, we wouldn't really know.
Yeah, MicroStrategy or Strategy, whatever the hell they're calling themselves now, is more about their quarterly reports and their reporting, their line item reporting, that kind of thing, which banks do have to do to some degree, but I don't. We may see a line item per se, but
you're not going to see it on chain, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No. But the bottom line is, no, don't know the percentage, but I know that they're hoarding gold. That is for certain. This is a
yeah. So, damn it, Dave, I'm installing it on any PC right now that's idled because it doesn't use much resources. The GPU requirements are not filled yet, so it's going to be some CPU usage and it's going to be disk usage. I have lots of small form factor PCs that I just have laying around. Usually spin up virtual machines on those. I let them run right now, and I'm stacking it because profitability isn't much right now. The coin took a dump. It's worth a few cents right now. But when the AI narrative was picking up during the last year, it pumped all the way to $1 and above. So my position right now is because they're developing a very strong platform that's usable and has a use case, I'll be mining it and stacking it for the short term, at least, maybe long term as well. We'll see where it goes.
Fair enough. And to get back to this, in about, looking at the time, about 50 minutes from now, if you want to, if you are not familiar with Billy Goat Tales, they have an X Space every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Always good. Sometimes they've got some great people on there. They've had like Charles Hoskinson, Gary Cardone, a bunch of people. It's great information regardless of who's on there. So if you've got the ability on X, if you're on X, there's the link. Go ahead and 50 minutes from now, jump on in there. Will appreciate you for doing that. Let's see. Yeah, Trump coin. I couldn't resist. Jesse, yeah, I couldn't resist. And Tech Man is in the house. Welcome, Tech Man. Appreciate you being here. Okay, and yep, there you go. So Jar, any updates that you have? Because I think we've touched on everything here.
I think we have.
So, and Sonny is in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah. Anything you got that you want to update people on?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do my live stream tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The main net stream. I'm going to be talking more about the Seeker phone and apps. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about DPIN apps that you can install on your phone, let it run in the background, and earn at the same time. There is a new app that's out that I'm too afraid to install on my phone. It's called Seeker Claw. It's the OpenClaw version for the Seeker phone. I am scared shitless to install this on my phone, especially one that has a crypto wallet that's exposed, even though you have to go through the authentication measures. I'm trying to see if other people are installing it and how useful this tool is, because OpenClaw is taking over. And I'm eager to try it out in an isolated environment, not on my own home network. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to be talking to a few people that have already installed it, and just a few more updates about what the Seeker token is doing and anything along those lines right now. Because in my space right now, that's the only thing that's exciting right now that seems somewhat positive with all the bad things that are happening right now.
Yep. No, I get it. And it's funny that Sonny is here, because he is really pivoting into the OpenClaw thing. Is that what they ended up finally naming themselves?
I believe that's the name that it's going to stick to for now.
Yeah. Anyway, and so I don't know, maybe you want to touch base with him. I mean, I'm not trying to throw crap on you, Sonny. But Sonny's a good guy. He loves to help out. And guys, listen, Sonny is there's not a link in the description beyond. You have to go to my toolbox page on my website. There's a link to that. On there's a link to Sonny's index.io, which he's still kind of putting together, as well as gandhiji.io and help me, I'm having a brain cramp, sorry, right now. But basically he's creating an entire ecosystem that is going to be able to help people to earn passive income with regard to, like, if you hold an NFT, you don't have to have an NFT, or just the tokens, kind of like staking tokens, think of it like that. You should check out that entire ecosystem, not what we're talking about here on the stream, but if you're interested even remotely about anything like that, if you go to my toolbox page, scroll on down a little bit, you'll see like money opportunities or whatever. I forgot what it says. And you'll see gandhiji.io. Boom, right there. So go ahead and check that out. I see you just started this one.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a Rust version that you can install on a basic ESP32, which seems really cool. I'm going to be venturing down this path. I don't know where I'm going to end up, but OpenClaw, it sort of seems like something that you need to do right now. Things are moving so quickly. Like I just heard about this a month ago, and now it's taking over, and it's just like leaps and bounds. AI is progressing so quickly,
Oh
so
God, yeah, God, yeah.
it's just something I'm going to immerse myself into, whether I like it or not.
There it is. There it is. And Sonny says, yeah, he's there you go. Well, then maybe you guys, like I said, need to connect at some point. And and that's what I was trying to say. I know Sonny was all about integrating this to help him to build this out, because the Sonny is a dev on the Ethereum blockchain, and he's built all this stuff on that blockchain basically by himself. For all intent and purposes. So now the fact that he's utilizing OpenClaw to help to create agents to help to build this thing out, man, I see how that could be so helpful, Jar. Again, Jar, not that I'm trying to push you down. Go ahead, put it on your phone, Jar. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I see the use cases for it, and I can see how it can be super, super helpful. I can also see how it's incredibly dangerous if you do the wrong thing. Give it the wrong API, give it the wrong access code to the wrong wallet, give it the wrong credentials. I just see what can go wrong. So that's what makes me nervous about it.
Yep. Yeah. And that's
where watch all the Terminator. We're already there. It's scary, but we're already there.
Sad truth. Truth. And if you guys didn't watch BC and I last night when we were talking about AI and our opinions on the morality of some of the stuff, because again, you saw what happened with Claude, where the US government was like, yo, take the guardrails off this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get the why they're asking. I get it, because China ain't being ethical. I'm using my air quotes there, right? But like, I don't know. It literally hurts my heart to even talk about doing stuff like that. But anyway, anything else, Jar, that you got? Any updates with regard to like Node Factory or anything like that?
No significant updates. Actually, for the Node Factory, there will be updates. We're going to be going through a refresher of the site and everything else, so it's ease of use and speeding things up on the back end. We should see performance changes. But in terms of offerings right now, we're at a standstill. We're letting the market settle a little bit to kind of give something of value. But that's on my side. What about you, CCM? What do you got going on?
Sure. Well, I mean, I just keep grinding it along right now. Actually tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time will be my final core mechanics of the fiat system premiere. I'm going to take a week off, and then I'm going to go into the next section. And basically what I'm doing there is I'm trying to break down so people understand a bunch of different concepts. The first group I did was about sound money. So we'll talk through what makes money sound money. It's not necessarily the most riveting type of conversation, but people need to know, because what we see as, and people consider money with our dollar bills, is just bull. At this point, it's not money. Anyway, so tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. that'll be the last one of that, and then we'll be kicking off the next section in about a week. Then let's see, Friday as usual, crypto on the rocks. Can't forget that. Gotta have a couple of drinks and a couple of laughs. You know how it goes. And then we'll be back Monday. Myself, Bedell, and BC. And of course, Jar and I will be here next week. We will be taking 1 week off this month. I'm hoping to have a video together with the highlights so far off of the first quarter of 2026. So hopefully I get that done in time.
Yeah, that would be March 24th would be the day that we're taking off.
Yeah, like 3 weeks, right? And Sunny saying mine has independent setup. I've got a on a phone.
WhatsApp to separate mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, you really got to be careful about what you're giving access to it. So that is, like I said, I'm going to do it in an isolated environment. It's going to be on a VPS. I don't even want it on my LAN. And I'm going to be rolling it out in stages. And I think that's the best way to do it, because I don't know what all these tools are. I'm afraid of what it can do. So access is going to be all new accounts, all new everything, completely separated. So I like what he's talking about over here is just having separate accounts.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just taking care of business in the chat there. Sorry. Anyway, all right. I don't know, Jara. I think that's it. I think we
wrap it up. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, you guys know the drill. Again, I'm like two subs away from my 2100. Help me out. Share this things. Like, subscribe. You know the drill.
In the description.
Yes, absolutely. All links in the description. And again, like I said, find your people, folks. Links in the description to people we recommend. Go follow them, learn from them. Find the ones that work for you, that you can jive with and you can understand and feel comfortable with, right?
So, absolutely. So we'll be back here next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Crypto Matrix Money. And we'll see you then.
All right. Later, everybody.